Haribo would also like to search around the house.
I pass it off to Ziminyar just because it's useless.
Yeah. Okay. And when you say look around the house, Haribo, do you mean like trying the door and like going inside, or just like walking
No.
around?
He's just
Okay.
walking around looking for stuff.
Okay. You do see some footprints as you're looking around. You do not see any horse prints, though, you notice, but you do notice a set of footprints going in.
Can I examine the footprints?
Yeah, they definitely seem a bit smaller than a men's or Harold's for that matter. It's only footprints that you see, unfortunately. There's been a lot of wind suddenly tonight for whatever reason. It's a very windy night.
Haribo goes back and informs the group about the footprints and how there's no one inside.
I'm gonna look inside to see if there's any trapdoors that might lead to any escape routes.
Yeah. Are you going inside to do this, or?
Yep.
Okay. So you go to open the doors of Miniar, and you take a stepped foot into the house, and immediately there is a knife at your neck, and you hear a voice say, "Who are you?" Do you look over to see who it is?
I look over at them and then I just respond, someone who's about to have a lot of fun if you don't take that knife away.
And you see it's Kate. And she is standing there. She goes, "What are you doing here?" As she puts the knife down.
We were kind of told to come here to meet up with someone's contact. Something about Harold.
Harold who?
Okay. Looks outside to Miles. Miles, I don't know if we got the right people here.
Wait.
Yeah, can we hear this conversation? Are we close enough to...
I would say if you all walked up kind of behind him, you guys would hear the voice, and you would recognize that it was Kate.
Okay.
This is the girl who's looks a lot like Gilly, right?
Correct.
Was I around when we met this one, or was this outside of my time?
I think this was when it was the cat episode.
Yeah. This is when you first met her.
The Adventurers Guild.
Yes. The first cat episode. It's true. So we know who she is. You do not.
Not really, but you guys told him about... You told her about him, which is how she recognized him.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe I was going to look also look back at her, look at them, look at her, look at them. Is this fucking Gilly?
No, my name's Kate. Thank you. But no, what are you guys doing here? And are you talking about Prince Harold?
Yeah.
Do I look like someone that would care about the royal family and what they're doing?
A little bit. They had a daughter that you might have cared about.
Do you know any drowning fromage?
Fromage? Not that I know of. Right now I'm on a job with my partner for the Adventurers Guild, so...
Who's your partner?
My partner? I mean, I don't think she really concerns you guys.
Are we at the right place, guys?
I mean, there are many cabins in the area, so probably not.
There's no other cabins really in this area.
Oh.
Then I assume
this
we're at the
must
right
be the place.
Yeah. Thank goodness. That really simplifies things.
Were you outside recently to make the prints out there?
I mean, I walked in, yes.
That was actually a dumb question.
She's just kind of looking, and she goes, "So why are you guys asking all these questions?"
We have reason to believe, ma'am, that, well, you see, and Haribo starts kind of stammering a little bit. that you may have had some information for us about the royal family, but that may not be correct. And he gets a little flustered as he turns like a moth.
And she just kind of like raises an eyebrow and she goes, "No, I don't really know what you guys are talking about. Where is he headed? I mean, I can look out for him, I guess. He's not that hard to miss, unfortunately." And then she kind of looks up. Like, you notice she's like kind of looking at the sky every now and then, like kind of outside of the door and just looking up at the sky, but just like in casualness. But
So,
What are you looking at?
and what are you doing here?
just a lot of wind. And I already said I'm on a job for not the Thieves Guild. Goodness.
The Adventurers Guild, right?
The Adventurers Guild. Sorry.
Is she
kind of
lying?
job?
It doesn't really pertain to you. I'm sorry.
Can I use insight to see if she's lying? Or
Yeah. Of course you can. She's definitely hiding stuff. They are. She's definitely hiding things.
Look, hey, I'd really hate to be mean to someone who looks like our dear departed Gilly. Well, you're acting pretty damn sketchy, and I'd like to know why. And if you do really know Fromage, and when you see him next, he can tell you that we don't mess around.
Ziminyar, they're in different organizations. I mean, they might know each other, but I wouldn't think it too likely.
She just kind of looks at you and she goes, "Okay, first off, whoever named their child Fromage has problems.
I'm sure it's a code name.
Who
Probably.
knows in this place? And secondly, at the end of the day, I'm hiding things, or you feel like I'm hiding things because I am. Because I am not hiding a prince away, first and foremost. And secondly, I'm on a job that I was literally told not to tell anyone about, as well, it's in the contract. I'm doing my job. And if you dare threaten me again, I can promise you that I have the upper hand.
I'm
So,
sure, but let me guess, is your boss a lady?
I don't know. It wasn't stated on the contract. I was specially requested from the Adventurers Guild to take on this job. Didn't give the job, the person who assigned it to me, the person who hired me, didn't give a gender. So I don't even know who they are. I got it from the bar counter at the Adventurers Guild. Told I was special requested for it. Me and my partner.
Yes, the partner I would like to perceive around to see if we're being ambushed properly.
Yeah. Please look around.
Yes.
Finally. Jesus Christ. So you look up in the sky and you realize, Miles, one, it's oddly windy, but there is no really storm moving in. You guys do see residual like smoke clouds still almost billowing in the area. And far off, you see something definitely in the sky. You can't fully make out what it is because it is kind of small, but you know it's big. Because if you can see it from wherever it is, you know this thing's massive. And there's something in the sky of a creature shape.
Of a creature shape.
I mean, obviously, I draw at least Haribo's attention to it, since he's pretty close. And I'm sure Batiari would have probably noticed it too. Animals are typically aware of these kinds of things.
This thing's
Can I
pretty
roll?
high up. Yeah, you can look up and see if you like Miles like nudges you and like kind of like gives you the cue to look up.
Right.
I should have moved my
Oh,
person.
should I roll for Batiari too? Or
No,
does he just
fine.
kind of do his own thing?
He kind of does his own thing. He looks up and he's just kind of like cowering almost. He's just like, like just like, oh, he does not like whatever is going on in the area. There's a dark feel about, but you don't you see something and you're like, eh. You don't really take note of it because you don't really notice it. You're like, oh, it's probably just like a star or a bird or
That's fair.
something.
So Haribo then turns to Batiari and starts petting him, trying to comfort him.
Mhm.
And then Miles at the same time, Haribo at the same time just kind of looks at Miles and he just goes, "What do you want?
Oh my god.
What's so different about the star?"
So, were we supposed to break this vial here to be transported to... Or we're supposed to meet up with Harold first, right? This is out of character. I'm just trying to...
No,
I can't
you guys
remember
did not
the-
have to meet up with him, but if you guys did, that'd be pretty beneficial. But
Right.
if you guys didn't, you essentially had to get here at least, and then, go on your breaking vial ways.
Okay.
Breaking file page.
Alright, well, we'll hold off on that for now then.
I'm going to, since I don't hear or know what's going on, I'm going to try to persuade.
Nice.
No.
Nice try. I was about to try the same thing too.
What's outside, Kate? Why do you keep looking out there like you're waiting for something?
Just really windy tonight.
Yeah, I guess
That's
so.
a tough adventure to get worried.
Hmm?
That's not a reason for a tough adventure to get worried, is it?
There's a storm coming in. I better put the fire out.
I asked her real quick. So you mentioned that you were working with a partner. Is it that the old woman what is her name? Janaya Hagatha? What was it?
Please not.
My-
Agatha.
I definitely don't work as a partner with Hagatha. As she kind of smiles and she goes, "I do not work with Hagatha."
What about a woman named Janaya? Do you know her?
Sounds familiar.
Ah, well, that's unfortunate. Okay. So, who do you work with?
My partner.
And your partner is the one that's gonna try and ambush us here? Or...
No, not unless you guys do something.
Ambush, Miles. Why would you say that?
Yeah.
How is that not clearly what she's setting up, Harbo?
I feel it too, but why do you feel that?
Well, for one thing, her pet is watching us from above. That's what I assume is making all this wind. Is that a dragon, by the way? Or what is that?
What's what?
Never mind. I guess...
Haribo would like to do another perception check, but he squints to try to see it a little better.
Okay.
Oh, that helped.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So Haribo, when you
Squeak.
look up, you get some super eagle vision, and you're able to make out clearly. Maybe it's closer now because it does seem bigger. You now for sure see this, and when you look at it, you remember looking at the picture books and seeing, flying lizards, also known as dragons.
Everyone knows what
Depending
a
on how
dragon is.
much depends on how much you want to get super into dragon lore, but some may
I
call
did
it
nat 20 it.
yeah. So you definitely can now tell that there might be a dragon in the sky or a very large, oddly shaped bird.
Uh,
But you have a good inkling of which one it is.
So Haribo kind of puts his hand on Batiari and he goes, "Why? What reason do you have to have a dragon here? We didn't do anything."
You mean my partner?
Yeah, how can you partner with a dragon?
Honestly, it's kind of cool.
Ugh.
But considering you're inside this house, Threatening them just means you'll get anywhere worse before the dragon can get to me.